Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to talk about the family that claimed demons took over their home. Have you guys ever heard of the Ammons haunting? It's one of the most controversial paranormal cases in recent history because unlike most ghost stories, this one didn't stay inside the walls of a single house. Police officers, doctors, social workers, and even child protective services all became involved. Some people believe the family experienced a genuine demonic haunting, and others, they believe there are much more ordinary explanations. And more than a decade later, people are still arguing over what really happened. So let's get into it. Let's look at the case that became known around the world as the Ammons haunting. So our story begins in 2011 in Gary, Indiana. Latoya Ammons moved into a rental home with her mother, Rosa Campbell, and her 3 children. And not long after moving in, the family claimed strange things began happening. They reported hearing footsteps late at night, doors allegedly open and slammed shut on their own. Dark, shadowy figures were said to move through the house. One evening, the family claimed a large swarm of black flies suddenly appeared inside the home. And normally that wouldn't necessarily seem unusual, except it was in the middle of the winter. And despite repeatedly getting rid of the flies, they allegedly kept coming back. At first, the family tried to ignore everything, but they said the activity only became more disturbing. According to Latoya and her mother, the children began acting strangely. They claimed the children would speak in unusually deep voices. Sometimes they appeared to stare into empty corners of rooms as though someone was standing there. The family also reported hearing unexplained banging throughout the house. Furniture allegedly moved by itself. Lights flickered. Objects appeared to move without anyone touching them. The family became convinced that whatever was inside that house wasn't simply a ghost. They believed it was something far darker. And desperate for help, they contacted local churches. Multiple people reportedly prayed over the home. Some members of the clergy even believed that the family needed an exorcism. And as the family's fear grew, the situation eventually reached Child Protective Services. Authorities became concerned about the children's welfare. And one of the most famous events in this case allegedly occurred during a hospital visit. According to reports, medical staff and a Department of Child Services caseworker, they described that one of the children was behaving in ways that they found deeply disturbing. The official records described the child walking backward up a wall while holding onto his grandmother's hand before flipping back down. That claim quickly spread around the world. Whether exactly what witnesses perceived happened as described has been debated ever since, but the allegations became one of the most talked about parts of the case. The Department of Child Services case manager later documented numerous unusual claims surrounding the family's experiences. Because those reports became public, the story spread far beyond Gary, Indiana. As news of the case spread, police officers also visited the home. Some officers later reported experiencing things they couldn't easily explain. One officer claimed his radio malfunctioned repeatedly inside the house. Another reported strange sensations while investigating. Photographs taken inside the home were later examined by paranormal investigators, with some claiming to see unusual figures. Skeptics, however, argued that stress, suggestion, environmental factors, and the power of belief could explain many of the reported experiences. No physical evidence has ever conclusively proven that the paranormal activity occurred inside the home. Latoya later stated that she underwent several exorcisms with the assistance of a Catholic priest. She said that disturbing events gradually stopped afterward. Eventually, the family moved away from the house, and the original home, it was later demolished in 2016. Some believe it was simply an ordinary house connected to an extraordinary story. And others, they believe something truly evil once existed there. The Ammons haunting continues to divide opinions because there's no universally accepted explanation. Supporters point to witness statements, official documents, and the number of agencies involved. And skeptics, they point to the lack of verifiable physical evidence, inconsistencies in witness accounts, and possible psychological or environmental explanations. Anyways, whatever the truth may be, the case became one of the most famous alleged hauntings. So what do you guys think? Was the Ammons family truly experiencing something paranormal? Or is there another explanation for everything that happened inside that house? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you enjoy true crime, disturbing mysteries, strange historical cases, and stories that blur the line between fact and the unexplained, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.